So let us start discussing the issues related to December 2014. It means that in your materials, whatever you are following, these will be reflected in 2015 January. So now in this context, the first one is Constitution of Niti Aayog. So how the questions can be asked on Niti Aayog? A question can be a comparison to the Niti Aayog with the Planning Commission. What exactly are the improvements in Niti Aayog? And the second thing, what are the functions of Niti Aayog? So these two areas we need to focus on. Now with regard to the constitution, one is the Prime Minister will be the chairman, the Deputy Chairman will be there. Now we know that already there is a Deputy Chairman. What is his name? Aravind. Next one is Aravind Panagariya. And what is the book he wrote? That is India, the Emerging Giant. So it is his famous book. So after that, there will be a governing council. The governing council consists of all the state chief ministers plus the administrators of the union territories. Existence of this governing council that brings in a federal character to this. And along with this, there will be permanent members and also ex officio members. The 4 union ministers will be the members of this body, and there will be 7 to 8 permanent members and around 2 non-permanent members. So this is what is the constitution which visioned for Niti Aayog. So in this context, what are the functions of this? So the erstwhile Planning Commission used to decide about the plan allocations to the states. So that's why it was even sometimes described as the extra constitutional authority. Now on the other hand, Niti Aayog will not take up any such unilateral allocation of the finances. So in this context, it tries to provide for a national agenda towards the cooperative federalism between the center and the states. And all the decisions with regard to the financial allocation, they will also be put before the governing council. It also has the regional councils for its functionality. And in this context, the other functions can be seen as it tries to provide for support for innovation, entrepreneurial support and knowledge support, and monitor and evaluation of the implementation of various programs is also part of this. And it also formulates certain credible plans. It need not be a 5-year plan. A credible plan here means it can be a sectoral plan or anything else. So these are the differences between the Planning Commission and Niti Aayog. So compared to this, the Chief Executive Officer who is going to serve this Niti Aayog, he will have a fixed tenure and he will have a rank equivalent to the Secretary of the Government of India. Now, the CEO, Vice Chairman, both of them will be appointed by whom? That is by the Prime Minister of India. So what are the questions we have, we need to answer over here? Identify the correct statement. The Niti Aayog has a better composition for federal requirements than the Planning Commission. Yes, the reason being is the Governing Council has representation of the states. But in the case of Planning Commission, there is no representation to the states at all. Union ministers are not the members of Niti Aayog to give it a federal look. No, that's a wrong statement. It also has regional councils on specific issues. Yes, that can be constituted. So 1 and 3 will be the right answer. Now identify the functions of the Niti Aayog. To develop a credible mechanism to formulate and review the plans and targets. Here plans, programs, etc. Here the plans, again, I am not specifically talking about 5-year plans. The plan can be for a sector, the plan can be an annual plan, or plan can be anything. So yes, the Niti Aayog does these functions. National agenda to foster cooperative federalism, yes. To develop intersectoral coordination, this is what is the common function both for the Planning Commission and Niti Aayog too. To develop local self-government, no. So it is no way concerned with the local self-government institutionalization. So 1, 2, 3 will be the right answers. Which of the following statements make Niti Aayog a different institution compared to planning institution? It involves with the allocation to the states and plan expenditure. So in budget we have plan and non-plan expenditure. The plan expenditure used to flow from the planning commission allocations. Now that is no more a true, not valid now. It creates a mechanism for intersectoral interdepartmental coordination. Now yes, this is true, but it is different from the planning commission. No. So make Niti Aayog a different institution from the planning commission. It has a governing council. Yes, this is absent in the planning commission. It has a state of art of the resource center on good governance. Yes, true. So now, but do I have a question? Option with only 3 and 4? No. So obviously I have to choose 2, 3, 4. So this is about Niti Aayog related to the questions. And next is voting rights to the NRIs. This is a long pending demand of our NRIs. With regard to this, there are two options which are being considered. One is called as a proxy vote and next one is e-ballot. So now what is a proxy vote? So vote in proxy. Now as of now, as for the section 20 of Representation of People's Act, the NRI has to travel all the way to India to give a proxy vote. So now in this context, try to give a vote. In this context, the proxy vote means he can authorize an individual to vote on his behalf. Based on this authorization, another person can give his valid vote. On the other hand, e-ballot. So using the net platforms towards delivering the votes, making them to vote in the nearest consulate, etc. This is another thing. But however, the Supreme Court ordered for a limited trial of these things. Then we can see what exactly is going to happen. And the next is this is Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. So along with this, Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana, it is launched. So what is this Beti Padhao and Beti Bachao? Under this, as of now, the sex ratio is actually declined in India. So now it is around 918 according to the latest census. By 2017, we want to improve this child sex ratio and other indicators related to the girl-child education and also nutrition, under 5 mortality under this particular program. So it will be implemented by Ministry of Women and Child Development. So in this context, the Beti Padhao and Beti Bachao, so what are the focus areas? It will select 100 most sex ratio worst districts, and in that it will try to improve the sex ratio by 10 points in an year. The second thing is, as of now, under 5 mortality rate among the girl children, it is 59-51 compared to the boys. It 59 will be brought to 55. So under 5 mortality rate will be reduced among the girl children. And next is nutritional status. 7 of 10 children are anemic and 42.5% are underweight. So it aims to reduce number of underweight and anemic children. And universalization of ICDS, the attendance of the girls and monitoring of their various nutritional status. It means that the ICDS and National Rural Health Mission, they will be integrated with each other. And girl enrollment in the secondary education. So with regard to secondary education, we have to achieve 79% of the enrollment by 2017, and providing for toilets to give the privacy to the girls in every school in 100 districts, backward districts by 2017, and promote and create a protective environment for the girls. For this effective implementation of Prevention of Sexual Offences Act 2012 will be carried out, and elected representatives and grassroots functionaries will be involved with regard to this implementation. So now, and also every pregnancy along with this that will be registered, there will be an institutional delivery. So every panchayat will maintain a board, that is Guda Gudi board. So it means the number of boys to girls ratio over here. and panchayats will be responsible for holding the child marriages. So a parliamentary forum of the MPs will be created for representing these 100 districts. So these are the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao under this. Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana. So this is an account under this. Every girl child or else any girl child less than 10 years, so on behalf of her an account can be opened in a bank, and a minimum of 1000 rupees, with add-ons it can be deposited into that account up to a maximum of 1,50,000 rupees, and this 1,50,000 rupees will be given an interest rate of 9.1%, and no income tax will be charged. So both income tax benefit and also the interest benefit comes to this. The money, 50% of the money can be withdrawn for the educational purposes or other purposes of the girl child, and this money can be used by the child for after 21 years of age. So it is majorly to give equal rights with the child in the parental endings. So these are the two twin benefits which it tries to bring in. And the next topic is related to the UN report on women and poverty. Women and poverty. So on this report, the question will be like this. India is declared as by the UN women. Why this report is important? The UN women, the Beijing platform of action, it took 20 years. This is the 20th year. That is one thing. And next is Millennium Development Goals. They are being closed now. So in this context, what are the achievements of India with regard to the progress of the women we have to identify? So in this context, the report, what it said is, among the total poor, world's extreme poor, we are less than $1.25 earning a day. So they are 1.2 billion. Most of them where they are, in which country they are. That is India, followed by China, followed by Nigeria, followed by Bangladesh. The final is Congo. These are the top 5 countries where the poverty is high. And then there is many differences between a woman in the developing and underdeveloped countries. So the life expectancy at birth for women developing and underdeveloped is around 17 years of difference. And next is internet access. There is a 23% difference between the men and women with regard to the access to the online. And across the world, 2/3 of the population, they do not have access to the internet. Education, with regard to this, the girl children are 2 times likely will not achieve the primary education. Our girl children in the rural areas, there are 2 times likely they will not achieve the primary education compared to the boys. So these are the various things. Now the question can be asked about this. So women and poverty, this report is given by, or such a basic question, or an improved level of the question can be. So India has the highest number of the poor people on the globe. And the second thing is, there is a discriminatory wages between men and women, which is, they are existing in India. So like that, they can give you a statement-based question and they can provide you for this. So this is one thing. And next is, let me discuss about various bills which are introduced in the Parliament. The Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Bill 2015. So the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Bill. So it's going to amend the Mines and Minerals Act of 1957. So what are the challenges with mining in India? So all the mining they are been not been provided based on open competitive bidding. So now all the mines they will be allocated based on open competitive bidding. So the chances of corruption will come down. As of now, the maximum mine that can be allocated is 10 square kilometers area. So because of this, the viability of the mining or attracting big investments into this is a big difficulty. So the central government can relax this 10 square kilometer norm and then extend the area of mining. And the third thing is exploration and mining licenses. Previously, the exploration and mining, they were not clubbed with each other. So now the license will have 2 parts, that is prospecting cum mining license. It means An individual who is conducting the prospecting operations, that is exploring the mineral deposits, can also conduct the mining over there. And after that, the maximum duration of the mining. Previously it was 20 years and 30 years. Now this is extended to a maximum period of 50 years. And after that, there is DMF is constituted. That is what is called District Mineral Foundation. So under this, the 1/3 of the royalty which the government has fixed will go to this District Mineral Foundation and to be used for the development of the district. And National Mineral Exploration Trust will constituted for the development of mining and exploration, and 2% of the royalties they go to this particular account. And the transfer of a mine. Previously the mine is not transferable. Under this act, yes, the mine can be transferred. But however, if the state governments objects to that within 90 days, then the transfer will be not eligible. So these are related to the Mines and Minerals Exploration Act. So now, which of the following are the obstacles with regard to the mining in India? So try to analyze what are the problems and what are the issues related to that. The next thing is, let us see in the next video the issues related to the PDS, Public Distribution System. So what is the Committee on Food Corporation of India and its recommendations? We'll see it in the next coming video. So try to go through these videos, and please excuse me for I was totally fell sick and I was unable to balance my daily routine. And even for the students who are going for the prelims, I am unable to help you in this season. And that's the reason why I am trying to do these videos at least for you. And thank you very much.